Hi, friends, and welcome to this new program, to this show. My name is Flor Melara, and this is Flor Melara TV. And I'm so excited because today it is June 11th. It's a Thursday. We are so close to the summertime, and I'm excited because I'm going to be talking with an amazing person. She is a blogger, she's a lifestyle content creator, and also she's a mom, she's a Latina. And like I told you guys last week, we're going to be talking, and she's already there waiting. And I'm just so excited because we're going to have a good conversation about blogging and just how you guys, I know that a lot of people think that blogging is in the past, but we're going to talk with her. Her name is Ana Hernández. She is from here, from the Bay Area. And so let's invite her on. Hi, Ana. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited. Since last week, I was telling everyone how I was going to have you on the show. And just, this show is about content creation. It's about motivating and inspiring. And you're such an inspiration. How are you?
Thank you so much. I am good. Cooling off. It was a hot one today in the Bay Area, so I'm glad that it's over and no more heat wave.
I know. I know. I'm dying too. I just got out of the shower like a few minutes ago and I was like, okay, I gotta get out. And look, there are people are already sending their comments. I know that a lot of them are, waiting to watch. They're saying hi, hola, and ella is Ana. And Ana, tell us a little bit about yourself, like just your background, I don't know if you're natively from the Bay Area, if you were born and raised here in the Bay Area. So just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I am a lifestyle blogger who just blogs about life, fashion, natural living, a new mama life. I have a baby girl named Mia. Her birthday was actually just a little bit ago, June 6th, and I can't believe she's one. Like, I'm still crying about that. But yes, I was born and raised here in San Francisco. Well, I was born in Daly City, so peninsula area mostly.
Oh, that's so nice. I love Daly City. My sister lives there, and every time I go, like, there's all these like cute places. They're like hidden little gems that you can find to like do photo shoots, and we're always
Yeah.
going like driving around. And your family is from Peru, I believe, or am I wrong?
My mom is from Peru, my dad's from Mexico.
Okay. Oh, cool. That's so awesome. So you have those two cultural backgrounds. That's really cool. And yes, I found you on Instagram maybe, I don't even know how long ago, but I've been following you for a while. And I've just seen like your growth and then also that passion that you bring through to the content that you create. And I really love that. And talk to us a little bit more about what inspired you to start blogging and to just start creating content?
Yeah, so it started like back in college, a long time ago, but it was just like other YouTubers that I followed and bloggers. I just saw how much fun they were like doing what they love, videos and blog. I'm like, you know what? It's like the perfect time. I'm going away to college. Like, I want a new hobby. This should be fun. So I started my YouTube channel and my blog. So my YouTube was more of like lifestyle. So I did vlogs, fashion videos, what I eat in a day. Back then it was like makeup and makeup review. Don't really do that much anymore. And then my blog was strictly fashion, but then it evolved to lifestyle because I was like, my YouTube is lifestyle. I should have my blog also. And then from there, it just kind of like evolved into all the different stages that I was going through. So it started off with like my college and then post grad. And then when I got engaged with, was where I got all like mostly all my following because there's other brides, they're like, oh, like I want to know like what you're planning, where you're getting your dress. And I'm like, that's awesome because I just like love chatting with other people about like things that I like. And I love like wedding planning. That was like the most fun. Like I still like I always like bug my sister. I'm like, I can't wait till you get married because like I am ready to go to like plan your wedding and do all the things. And then from there, it was like married life. And then, of course, when I was expecting, like all the people that connected even more with like just expecting and being a mom, like I'm still friends with like all the people who gave like birth around the same time that I did with Mia. And it's just awesome. And just seeing like their babies and my baby grow like up together. So it's just like a great community. And I love that it evolved to that.
Yeah, for sure. And like I always like something that I really like is how how honest your content is. You're always posting and you keep it very consistent because I know that I can always expect something from you. And I know I don't think I've ever seen one of those posts that are like, "Oh, I'm back," because you're always like posting consistently. And that can be hard for a lot of content creators. I know that like just for myself, I'm always like, "Oh my goodness, I cannot find what to post sometimes." And so where do you get your, I mean, obviously I think it's everyday lifestyle. Obviously you're also into fashion. And then now with your baby girl, first of all, I just have to say like she is my favorite Instagram baby right now. Like I love her. I've watched like ever since she was born. Like I followed you and I followed her too, and she is such a cutie. I know that my sister is also a big fan of Mia. Like we're both fans of you, but we love Mia. And she's so adorable. So tell us, like, how long after starting your blog or starting, you know, this content creation on YouTube and on the different platforms, how long after did you start to feel confident? Because I know that, you know, for people that are starting out, it can be scary. And it's like, you know, what if no one likes my content? What if I'm not, you know, doing it right? There's so many things that come to our mind. So how was that for you?
For me, it took quite some time. I would say like after a year, I started to feel confident just because I was just learning everything about YouTube and blog. Like for YouTube, it's okay, I have to like practice in front of the camera, like not to be like uncomfortable, lighting, editing. I was just like watching so many YouTube videos of just like, okay, how do I edit this? How do I do that? And then blogging, also like coming up with content, posing. That's a thing too. I'm like, oh, how do I look like I'm not posing when I am posing? And then also like getting comfortable taking pictures out and about because people just tend to stare.
I
So
know.
it was definitely, yeah, a learning curve for like a year. And I think that a lot of people, like, especially if you're starting out, like they kind of give you grace on that. Like, okay, they're just starting out, they're figuring out everything, lighting might not be the best, the editing might not be the best, but they're trying. And it's good because then you evolve, they see where you've like grown from.
Exactly. Yeah, that evolution. That's so true. And when it comes to like your content, I know that you're pretty active on Instagram and also on YouTube. What made you choose those platforms? Like, was there something specifically, or you just felt like you were getting more viewership there?
I think so YouTube was like just to start off, but I think that the most geared me for was the blog and Instagram just for the community because I love just interacting with other people and I feel like you can get that more on Instagram and then Instagrammers are bloggers and you can get that with their blog too.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And I have a lot of people, I don't know, I have a lot of people saying hi, Gonzalo Duarte saying
Yeah.
hola. We also have my sister who's saying hello, ladies. Hi. We have Ivalda. She's a friend of mine and she's saying hello, good evening. So just a lot of people. Michael Hernandez. Hey, Michael. I also know who he is because I've seen him on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Just shout out to him. And then Jessica. So we just have a lot of people here tuning in. And like I really love everything that you do on your platforms because I feel it's really authentic. And I think that, you know, with everything that we see on social media, sometimes it can be a little hard to find that authenticity. So how did you like really get a hold of what you knew was your passion, like what you really wanted to create content about? Because, you know, so many things can drive our content, whether it's the brands that we work with or you know, the other accounts that we follow and we see what they're doing. So how were you able to just, you know, be very authentic with what you were doing?
I just try to incorporate things that I like to do in my everyday life and just share them with people. When I notice that when I just like share like my vulnerable self or just like everyday things, I get more interaction than like a stage like flat lay or something that kind of like see like, oh, well, just like kind of staged. But like if it's my true self, I get more, I guess like community for that.
Yeah, no, a lot of engagement. And that's something that's very interesting because so many people are so focused, and I'm sure you know it, you've seen it, and it is true. Like we of course we all want a following and to build that community. And sometimes people really focus on the amount of followers. And I think something that I've noticed with your account and your followers is how engaged your followers are. You know, like they're commenting, they're sending you messages, they're really participating in the content that you're creating. And that's so important, I think, nowadays, because that conversation that's being started, whether it's on Instagram or on YouTube, you know, it says a lot to the people that you're working with. And besides what you're doing, blogging, what do you like, where do you see yourself like in 5 years, or what are some of those goals?
I would love to just keep doing what I am doing right now. Like my goal, since my like true passion is like fashion. So I would love to like have an online boutique one day. I think that would be really great just to like pick pieces because people love to like shop my outfits, right? So like, oh, like she like today I had like a graphic tee. Like everybody loved it. I'm like, it'd be really great to like find something and then have that at my store and like know that I like handpick that for them.
Yeah, yes. And that's true because your style is very like, for me, it's very like minimalist and classy and like just simple and like comfy. You know, like when I think about Anna, I think about like how comfortable you always look, but put together. You're always like, you're like that very stylish mom that always like finds all these really cute pieces. And so I can definitely see you doing that. I think you're like going down the right path. And I was just showing your YouTube channel, and let me go back to that. Let me see if it'll let me show it. I was just showing, let me see, I don't know, it doesn't let me. Well, but I was showing your YouTube channel because I really like the consistency and all of your images. And then I mean, obviously I think that it's been a learning process. You've learned how to edit, you've learned how to do all these things. How long, I guess, can you say that you dedicated time to this in order to learn? Because sometimes we want to do something and we're like, I really want to learn this, but we don't dedicate that time. So was it a lot, or did you just do it like every now and then?
It was a lot. Like even now, still, I try to dedicate at least 6 or 7 hours a day just to like, learn new things and keep up with everything because everything's always changing, Instagram algorithm's always changing and what worked before might not work now. So you always have to like keep up with it. So I strive to do that. I listen to a lot of podcasts and just like read blogs about it because you just want to keep up.
Yeah, no, that's so true. And how do you stay organized? Because I know that so many people tell me like, I have an idea, and they're kind of coming up with ideas as they're going along. And I know that in the long run that can be draining, because it's like, oh, you came up with an idea this week, but what about next week? So like how do you stay organized? Because you have your husband, you have your baby, you have family, and it like, obviously sometimes it's not everything that we see on Instagram, but really I feel like you're so authentic, and you show that, like, I don't know how well put together you are on Instagram, but also I feel like in real life, because your content is very real, authentic, and you're always putting it out there, which is really awesome. How do you stay organized?
I keep it like really old school. I have like a paper planner. Like I love writing things down. Like, I can't have an app or computer or it'll just like get lost in my mind. So I always make it a point to sit down and like every Sunday like plan out my week for Instagram stories, YouTube, blog, and just plan that out. And then at the beginning of each or at the end of each month, I have like a monthly calendar and then just write like my ideas like roughly like, oh, I want to do this YouTube video like idea and just like roughly put it around what day I want a month. And then each week I'm like, okay, can I do this video this week? When do I film that? But it's a big part of just like writing things down, planning wise, in my planner or monthly planner.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, going back to the old school days. I know I have so many planners and I love to write. And then I always see videos of like women that are using all these cool like softwares and things like that to keep themselves organized. And I'm like, I can't. Like I can barely do it on the notepad. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it on an actual like software. But what is one app that you feel you can't live without or that you are currently loving?
I love the Tessa app. It's like an photo editing app. I love it. Like it's so easy, like for different filters, and you can like toggle it around, and it's fairly affordable. I know like presets are like all the thing right now, but I still keep with that because it's easy. I tried presets and I just don't get it.
I don't either. I have to, and that's a really good topic because I'm always thinking of like, what are topics that people are interested in. And I always feel like with presets, you like buy them and they look nothing like what
Yeah.
the actual pictures that sold you to buy it look like. And so I'm like, okay, I give up. But I love that. I love all the just a little more about women like you and just what you're doing because so many people I think also think like blogging. There are so many bloggers out there. Even if you think of Bay Area bloggers, like how
Mhm.
many are there? A ton, right?
Yeah.
So I think that having that confidence in your own content and then so being able to just consistently keep it going, it really can take you far, like it can take you far. And not only that, but also, you can start not only being known, but creating that community of people that believe you, that trust you, that, they'll go to you for advice. So what motivational words do you have for those people that are, I guess, scared to start or sometimes just feel like like they're probably, it's not that they're not going to make it, but they feel that pressure because of how overwhelmed, I guess, the blogger sphere is.
Yeah. I would say just to do it because I mean, there's always going to be so many like food bloggers, mommy bloggers, life bloggers, but it comes down to like what you personally bring to the table because like I follow so many fashion bloggers, mommy bloggers,
I
and I
know.
love to go to each of their page because they're so different. Like they have their own little characteristics, you know? And what I always tell people is, sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to tell my friends and family that I'm doing this. I'm like, no, tell them because then they can get the word out and you can start, you're building from there. And there can be like sometimes your biggest supporters. So I always like tell your friends and family, don't hide about it. I mean, if you want to be confident in it, you do have to, tell everybody about it and just share it on all of your platforms that you have.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, because sometimes you don't know who in your family is gonna be like, oh wow, they're gonna have people that you don't know that they can push out your content to, and of course they're gonna root you on. And right now we're seeing a picture of baby Mia, and she is like the cutest thing ever. And this is your content, and this is your Instagram page, and honestly, I love her. She is the cutest. I don't know her, but I'm gonna have to meet her one day. But
Yes.
she is just such a cute baby. And she's always like very perfect too. Like she's like picture ready and just perfect for all her photos. How did you transition from becoming like a fashion lifestyle to like like when you became a mom, did you see like that increase in more moms and how was that? Like how was the content creation around that?
Yeah, I was like kind of nervous. I'm like, ooh, like I have been like such like a lifestyle blogger now, and now I'm gonna be like transitioning to a mommy blogger. And sometimes, people are kind of like iffy about that. But
I
since from like the get-go, it's been like a lifestyle. And like people have been with me different stages, like college, post grad, like fiance, married. So my audience took it pretty good. And what I did is I just started connecting with other moms too. And we started connecting and then it just went off from there.
Yeah, I love that. And it's true what you said because there's a lot of people I know, so many women that are like fashion bloggers or sometimes they're even fitness bloggers. And then all of a sudden, they get married, they have their child or they have a baby. And then people are like, well, I didn't really want to follow you for your family and your baby. I wanted to follow you for your, fitness or fashion or makeup or whatever it might be. And so I love this idea of lifestyle because I think not only is it fashion, but it's also lifestyle and you do it really well. I can honestly say that your content, which I've already said, is very just truthful. It's very upbeat. It's always positive, and it's also very geographically focused because you're always mentioning the Bay Area, the places that you visit, the other bloggers that you collaborate with. So it's amazing. I don't know if there's anything else that comes to your mind that you want to say as like other words of inspiration, but honestly, people that are watching right now, I would totally tell them to go follow you because I love your content.
Oh, thank you. Um, my biggest advice is that even if you're like a micro influencer, what has really like changed for me is pitching myself to companies, not like waiting around too much for companies to come to me to collaborate because they are focused into like micro influencers. So some of my biggest collaborations that I've done is that I pitched myself to the company. I'm like, hey, I love your product. I would love to work with you. And that's how a collaboration happens. And how I do that is I either go to their Instagram or their website to see if they have like a PR or marketing email and email that with my media kit. Or if they don't, then I just email like the customer service and see if they have a PR or marketing person that they could help me out with that I can email them. But yeah, pitching yourself is like, I think it's like a great thing to do.
I love that. That is such great advice. And I think so many, people are afraid when some people don't even haven't never heard the term micro influencers. And they're just thinking like, well, I don't have 1 million followers. All right. Well, maybe 1 million is too much, but they're like, I don't have 50,000.
Yeah.
I don't have 100,000. And they think that it's not possible. But what you said is so true because so many companies are looking for those micro influencers that really have that community. Because if you think about a product, if you think about a service or just anything that's that you can sell or that you can get someone on, it matters more how many people actually purchase it or how many people actually click on that video, watch that link, and that sale, like you can really make a difference, even if it's, even if you have 100 followers. I always say it's better to have 100 followers and for 50 of them to actually go and do what you tell them to do. And obviously this isn't like, go do this, but like you are influencing them and you're also so inspiring and they're connected to you that you can make a sale instead of having 100,000 where no one really pays attention because there isn't that community.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true. So thank you so much. Like I said, for those of you that are watching right now, go follow Ana Hernandez. She has just a great spirit overall. I love your positivity. I love your energy. Obviously, your baby and your family are just, super, super cute. But just the content that you create, like I said, it's very genuine. You've slowly been building your following, and I really admire that because I can see how connected you are to that community that you've built of other bloggers, of moms, of people that are inspired by you. So just anyone that's watching right now, go follow. And yeah, any last words?
No, just thank you so much. I love what you're doing with the show. I can't wait to tune in every Thursday and Sunday to see who you have.
Oh, yay. Yes. And we're going to have you in Spanish too. I'm going to make it happen. We're going to have to do it I don't know, coming maybe like in the summer, we can plan something fun. I know that you're always like going to different places here in the Bay Area. So maybe we'll do like a fun summer, I don't know, like a picnic type of thing where you're at your house and I'm here and we'll do something fun. I would love to do that in Spanish too. So we definitely have to make it happen. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. I know that you're busy, you're creating content, you have your family. So I do appreciate it. And let me just share one last time your other pages. That way people can follow you. That's at the Ana Duarte on Instagram. And then also on YouTube, you can just search for Ana Hernandez and you'll find her page that we were just showing here. That's her YouTube. And that's something like when I look at your YouTube, I always think from like the perspective of a brand or of a company, and I always like see how clean and organized and structured, and there is definitely it's definitely aesthetically pleasing because it's inviting, it represents you, and it's simple at the same time. Like so many people feel like they have to be graphic designers, or that they have to be extremely well at editing. You don't. You just have to, go for it and do it, because I'm sure that over time, like you're going to gain more practice, gain more knowledge, learn so much more. And I just want to applaud you for the amazing work that you're doing and for the community that you've built.
Thank you. And really quickly, Canva is also a good, for all like the thumbnails, that's what I use. Canva.com is amazing.
I know. Yes. You know what? And that's funny because I was just on Canva and I did some stuff, and so many people too. Like they have Canva sometimes on their phone or on their desktop, but they're like, how do I use it? How do I do this? So maybe one day we'll do like tips and tricks on how to do something. I would love that because I love to see other people do things, because sometimes my way might be a little more complicated and I see someone else do it and I'm like, oh, so interesting.
Yeah.
Because we can be doing the same thing, but sometimes everyone has their own way. So yes,
Yeah.
Canva is a great one. And what was the name of the app you said? It was Tessa?
Tessa, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to look it up because I had never heard of it. So I'm gonna look it up. But anyway, thank you again, and thank you to everyone that is watching. Like I said, I appreciate your time, and we're gonna have to connect again pretty soon. And I'm gonna be sharing this on Instagram too and sending it to you as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
All righty, so we'll stay in touch. Have a good night. Take care, and give me a big hug for me.
Will do.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Alrighty, so that was Ana. She is just so awesome. I really love her content. Like I said, she just does a great job. And I want to thank everybody that was on here saying hi. Gonzalo, my sister. We had Ivalda. She's so sweet. Michael, Jessica, my mom, Yesenia, Silvia. Just so many people. Teresa. So many people. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Every week, I hope that, I can share with you all just different topics and bring on different experts and influencers. And something that I learned from Ana is, like I said, how consistent she is with her content, and then also how determined she is to believe in her content and to really connect with an audience, which I think is what matters at the end of the day. You can have a whole bunch of followers, but if you're not connecting, if there's not really something that's starting the conversation, then you should really reflect on that and think, what can I do better to start a conversation, to engage my audience, whether it's fitness, whether it's wellness, whatever your topic might be. Learning from women like Ana is so important. And, especially like she said, it's not about how, waiting for things to happen for you. It's just about making them happen for yourself. It's about doing more and, pitching yourself, learning, watching those videos on YouTube, just doing anything possible to reach that goal. So for all those women that are out there and that are watching this and that want to start a blog, there is always an audience. I feel like this world is huge. And sometimes, of course, I know we say, oh, what a small world, but there are so many people. And out of all those people, your uniqueness, whatever it is that you have to offer, is so unique. So just never be afraid. It's obviously sometimes, scary to start something because we don't know what's going to happen. But I think that it's important that we do and that we enjoy whatever it is that we're doing. That's the most important part, that you enjoy it, that you are happy about it. And it's already 9. So I'm going to end the show, but thank you all very much for tuning in. And thanks to Ana. I really appreciate that she was able to join me. And next week, I'm going to be talking to I'm not sure who exactly is on my list right now because I have different people, but I also want to kind of like what Anna mentioned. She mentioned Canva, and I would love to do sort of like a tutorial live and explain to you all how to do, how to just create like a simple YouTube thumbnail, which is so important for videos. And I know that a lot of people, they don't know how to do it. So they just post their video or they upload their video and then they don't know exactly how to go about doing that. And there are so many tools nowadays with apps and with just websites, browser friendly sites that you can go on and that you can really just start to hone in on your brand, create that look and that style for what you do, for what you, for the content that you're creating. And it's amazing because it's so simple and easy to do. And yeah, that was it. Join me on Sunday. Sunday, I'm going to be at 11:30 a.m. in Spanish, and it is really hot right now. So I'm just going to log off, but I hope you guys have a great night. Follow Ana, the Ana Duarte, on Instagram, and you can follow her YouTube channel as well. And I hope that you guys have a great night. So thank you so much.